Happy New Year, Namaste. Welcome to Yin Yoga and restorative gentle movements. So you'll want to have a strap for sure today, and the usual props of 2 blocks, a blanket and a pillow. And let's begin in any comfortable seat. You might even sit up on your pillow to help relax your hips and lengthen your spine if you're sitting cross-legged. Take a moment to visually orient yourself in your space where you're practicing by looking around and taking in whatever your senses are attracted to, what appeals to them and brings a sense of comfort and peace. I'd like to share an excerpt from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person than you ever dreamed yourself to be. That sense of purpose, we start our practice setting an intention, and it is so powerful to really have something to inspire us. So what inspires you? What is your bigger picture for showing up to yoga, for taking care of yourself? What is your bigger picture in your life journey? I invite you to sit for a moment to contemplate, maybe close the eyes and allow a few deep breaths. As we're now into 2024, people might be reevaluating what's been working in their lives and how they might direct change if needed. I'd love for you to just start with what inspires you. What deeply inspires love within you, joy? Sometimes when you hear people say, "What is your purpose in life?" and it might feel a little daunting to try to answer that. But I love how Mother Teresa said something like, you can only do small things with love. So with that, as we look towards our bigger picture, allowing that feeling of inspiration to trickle into how we breathe, how we move our bodies, how we have a conversation. As you might hear quite a bit, it's not just the destination, it's actually the journey. And so how are we creating the feeling tone in our journey that truly feels authentic and inspirational? Let's start to assess what we're bringing into the practice today. Begin to observe your physical body, noticing any and all kinds of sensations as simply helpful information. No need to judge anything as good or bad. And observe if you can feel the sensations of your breath without controlling the breath. You might notice the depth of the breath or the pace, any qualities. And notice your state of mind as you enter your practice. What's present in your heart emotionally. Now let's breathe in a little slower. Letting the breath out, you might sigh. Each breath in is slightly deeper and gentle. invite you to think of something right now that you can appreciate practicing gratitude. And then to yourself, clarify your bigger picture, your intention or personal prayer for this practice. Consider offering this practice as well to somebody else's well-being that you care about, maybe a group or an individual. And together, let's join our voices, creating resonance, chanting Om 3 times. Inhale deeply. Om. Softly blink your eyes open. And let's take either a pillow or a blanket. I'm going to invite you to begin in corpse pose with the support of either a rolled up blanket, say the width of your mat going across, and then rolling that up so that it's a firm, smooth, cylinder-shaped pillow. Otherwise, you can use a pillow like this. If you have a rectangular prism-shaped pillow, that might be more helpful. Locate the area that's just beneath the bottom tips of your shoulder blades and let that touch the highest part of that pillow or blanket so that your shoulder bones can roll back and down. Whether they're hanging in the ground depends on the height of your prop, or they're touching the ground, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're comfortable and you can feel a lift and expansion in your chest and your shoulders can relax. And then place your arms in any position that allows the shoulders not to shrug, but to soften down the back. You might have the elbows bent wide, sort of like a cactus shape in the arms. You might hold opposite elbows over your head if you can relax the shoulders down while doing that. Now the legs, you can decide if you want to stretch them out. Traditional corpse pose, let the feet flop apart, wider than hips distance. You can also place a bolster or blocks under the backs of your knees to support your lower back. I'm going to invite you in corpse pose to begin resonant breathing combined with Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath, as many of you know, is where you softly constrict the back of your throat and close the lips so that you're just breathing through the nose. This helps to warm up the body. And lengthening the breath in and out evenly, you're creating a soft whispering sound. Now, making sure that sound does not sound forceful. It's very smooth and faint. So it takes some attention, some refined attention to really tune into it. Now, resonant breathing is a mindful breathing technique that relaxes the nervous system, and it's inhaling for a count of 6 and exhaling for a count of 6. So let's combine the two so you're creating a whispering sound. Prepare to begin by emptying this breath, relaxing the bones in your body downward towards the earth. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. Count in your mind a few more cycles. Notice where you feel the breath expand the most in your body. Invite expansion all throughout your rib cage, the front, the back, the left and right sides, the top and the bottom. Invite your belly to softly expand too. Welcome the expansion in your lower back. And though you might not be counting anymore, continue that slow whispering sound of Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing, using that sound as an anchor for your mind. If and when your attention goes astray, as soon as you notice, like we do when we're sitting in meditation, just gently bring it back to the sound in your breath, regulating your energy to calm, focused, balance. With each exhalation here, can you allow your shoulder bones to just sink more heavily? Not by force, more by surrendering any grip or holding in the shoulders and neck, even the jaw. Can you allow the bones in your arms also to sink more easily, relaxing your hands? Now, if you're not already stretching your arms overhead, I invite you to do that and either hook your thumbs, gently pulling them apart as they stay together, or interlace your fingers and flip your palms inside out. Slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs, lengthening through all the sides of your neck, even the back of the neck. Broaden your collarbones with deep breaths. Continue to stretch the arms overhead as you lengthen the sides of your torso while stretching your toes forward. You might even circle your feet a few times in both directions. Keep listening to the waves of your breath. Releasing your arms down by your sides or apart. Just start to shake your head, no, really slow. You might linger as your head turns all the way to the left or right. Just allowing a gentle stretch in the opposite side of the neck. Turning your head in the opposite direction as you stretch the other side of your neck. And bring your head back to neutral. Slide your feet onto the floor, bending your knees. And decide how to rise into a seated position where you can be very gentle with yourself. You might turn over to one side and really take your time so you're not popping the head up so quickly. Or you might roll forward. Staying aware of your breath. Take your time making your way into child's pose. Bringing your feet behind you so the inner edges touch each other. And either keeping the knees together or splaying them as wide apart as it's comfortable. Sinking your hips back to your heels as you point your toes back. Resting your forehead either on the ground or on a prop. Relaxing the shoulders down your back. I'll pause here a few breaths. Arms forward or down by your sides or elsewhere that's comfortable. Feel the weight of your body sinking towards the earth. Notice the points of contact with the ground beneath. Let yourself fully rest into that physical support. Listen to a couple more slow, deep breaths here in child's pose, Balasana. Then start to slowly rock forward, rising to hands and knees where you can stack your shoulders on top of your wrists and step your knees a couple of inches behind your hips, where your shins are parallel to each other. Spread your fingers wide and flat. If you want to stretch your inner wrists here, you might spin out each hand so that your fingertips are either pointing at the left and right sides of the mat or towards your knees. Let's ease into a few cat-cows. As you breathe in, glide your torso forward, roll your shoulders behind you and down. Look up, cow pose. As you breathe out, contract your abdomen, slowly dropping your head as you tuck your tailbone underneath, cat pose. Again, roll the shoulders behind you, lift your chest, gaze up. Exhale, firm your belly up towards the spine, doming your back. Keep going. Maybe another 4 or 5 cycles of breath in Betalasana, cat-cow pose. Notice how it feels to take your time, mindfully breathing, synchronizing your body to that pace. relax to a neutral spine. Walk your hands back towards your knees and find a way to sit where you can be most upright and your shoulders can relax, because we're going to move out the shoulders with our strap. So you might use a block to sit on if you're in hero's pose like this, placing the block or two in between your ankles. You might sit cross-legged. Do what doesn't feel strenuous but allows you to breathe fully, that same ujjayi breath. So let's take the strap and open it up so that you're holding it with both hands wider apart than your shoulders distance. And have a taut hold in the strap so it's not hanging loose like this, it's a straight line. And relax the shoulders back and down. Lift up through the back of your skull and let your chin be parallel to the earth. Tune into the breath. Seal in the front ribs so you're slightly activating the belly. As you inhale, press the pelvis down, raise your arms forward and up. And as you exhale, reach the arms behind you and all the way down. If it's hard to do that, you might space the hands wider apart on the strap. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, forward and down. Keep going, maybe another 8 to 10 cycles of breath. When you lift your arms, try to keep your shoulders relaxed down. If they're shrugging, you might need more space between your hands holding the strap. But if your shoulders actually feel warmer and this movement becomes easier and easier, you might opt to walk the hands slightly closer together on the strap, making it a little more challenging. Last few cycles of breath here. After your next exhalation, let's set the strap aside and come up slowly to stand at the front of your mat, in which you might want to place your blocks on their tallest height in front of your feet, or whatever height you need, if needed, for half forward fold like this, where you can press into the blocks instead of pressing lower onto the ground. So step your feet apart about hips distance. Look down and see that your second toes are parallel to each other. Root down evenly through the four corners of each foot, slightly activating the muscles in your legs like your quadriceps. Lift up through the center of your spine, letting your chin be parallel to the earth as you soften your shoulders slightly back and down. Seal in the bottom of your front ribs, turning the palms to face forward. We're going to move the arms outwards here. So as you breathe in, start to open the arms apart, raising them overhead. Seal your palms to touch. Bend the knees generously. And as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips, lowering your fingertips on your blocks or the floor. Press down with your fingertips firmly and inhale, lengthen the top of your head forward. Keep shifting your weight forward. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold over your legs. Firm down to your feet. Inhale slowly, sweep the arms apart and rise all the way up. Palms meet at the top. Exhale, trace your thumbs down the center line of your body to your heart. Let's try 2 more half sun salutations like that. Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms apart. Join the palms at the top. Exhale, hinge forward. Try to lengthen the spine, so if needed, bend the knees so you're not rounding your back. Press down with your fingertips. Inhale, stretch the spine forward. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold in. Root down to your feet. Inhale, open the arms and rise slowly. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, trace your palms down to your heart center. Last time, inhale, sweep the arms open. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hinge forward. Press with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen forward. Keep the spine long as you exhale to fold. Sweep the arms apart. Inhale, rise all the way up. Now this time, keep the arms apart and bend your left elbow. Take hold of your left elbow with your right hand. Let your left palm land towards the area between your shoulder blades. As you point the left elbow further and further upwards, draw that left shoulder bone down. Rotate the left tricep forward. And now seal in the bottom of your front ribs so you're not overarching or compressing your lower back. Stand a little taller as you breathe in. And then exhale, side bend to your right. Stay where you are, breathe in, press the left foot deeper into the ground, lift the spine from the hips. If it's available, exhale, continue to side bend to your right. 3 more breaths like this. Try to maintain the spaciousness through all the sides of your neck here. Breathing a little deeper into your left side body. Inhale, rise up, raise the arms, hands apart. And then let's bend the right elbow, exhale, landing the right palm towards between the shoulder blades. Hold the elbow with your left hand, spin your right tricep forward and plug that shoulder bone down into its socket. Seal in the bottom of your front ribs, stand a little taller, lifting through the back of your skull, chin parallel to the earth, breathe in. And then exhale, start to side bend to your left. Pause here, inhale, root the right foot down, lift the spine from the hips. If available, continue to side bend as you exhale. 3 more breaths like that. Inhale, rise up. Now raise the arms, let the palms touch. Exhale, bend the elbows like a cactus shape. Roll the shoulder heads behind you. Slide the shoulder blades down and then lift your sternum. Start to lift your gaze into a gentle standing back bend. Now, if you start to feel your tailbone is tilting upwards behind you, draw the tailbone downward towards the floor right between the heels. Slightly lift the frontal hip bones. Support your lower back here. 2 more breaths. Let the collarbones broad and wide. Relaxing the shoulder bones down. As you gaze up, relax the eyes. Floating the heart space up. 1 more breath. And exhale, join the palms down in front of your heart. Just pause, slow breath here. What are you feeling in your body right now? Let's come on down to hands and knees again. And let's use the support of blocks to further bring the shoulders into flexion. So taking your 2 blocks, place them on their second level height, the medium height, wide across your mat at the top where the blocks touch each other like this. Have your knees about a foot or more back behind the blocks. Straighten the arms forward, palms face down, and then spin your outer upper arms or triceps towards the ground so you can feel your shoulder blades protract. They spread apart and rise up. And then at the same time, press the shoulder blades down to depress. Bend the elbows and place them exactly your shoulders width apart onto the blocks. Press your fingertips into each other. How is your breathing here? Stay tuned to your breath and walk your knees back until they're about 2 inches behind your hips. Then slowly trace your thumbs down the back of your skull, maybe as far as down the back of your neck or down between the shoulder blades, as far as they'll go comfortably while you let your chest sink and broaden. Relax your neck, let your head fall as low as it will, making sure the elbows do not slide wider apart than shoulders distance. Firm in the belly and lengthen the outer hips towards your rear wall. Support your lower back. Let's tune into about 7 more deep breaths here. Firming in your belly, slowly rise up and off the blocks. Place your hands on the floor. Just leave the blocks where they are as you stand behind them on all fours. Let's prepare for a spinal twist, broadening across the upper back. So in thread the needle, we're going to thread the right arm beneath the left bent elbow and lower your head all the way down. You can have your two knees set up like this or add a little bit of a hip opener by stepping your right foot out to your right side. So the sole of the foot is flat on the ground and the inner arch of the right foot is in line with your left kneecap as you thread the needle. If you find that that positioning of your legs makes it too cumbersome, even with resting your head on blocks, then you can always come back to both knees on the ground. So let's press down with the left hand. Inhale, sweep your right arm up high. Exhale, thread it underneath your left bent elbow. Lower the right side of your head all the way down. Now, if your head does not comfortably meet the ground, take any of your props as thick as you need and use that as a pillow. Flaring your left elbow towards the sky, press the left hand or fingertips down and try to square off your hips. You're not turning the pelvis here, you're turning the rib cage. This helps to stabilize the lower back. Slide both shoulder blades down your back ribs. Invite space throughout your neck. And then you might imagine breathing deeper into the back wall of your rib cage. Relaxing different parts of your body a little more with each exhalation. Relaxing behind your ears, relaxing your tongue. What else could relax? Last few breaths here. Take your time rising up to all fours again. Pause in tabletop, lengthening the top of your head forward. Lifting slightly through the sides of the belly as you lengthen to your tailbone, reaching back. Notice if you can still hear your Ujjayi breath. Now I invite you, if you can, to set up in the same way on your second side. So you might step your left foot out to the left, inner arch in line with the right knee. Pressing down through your right hand, inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, thread it underneath your right bent elbow and lower the left side of your head all the way down. Use a prop if you need to make it more comfortable. Flare your right elbow up towards the sky, pressing the ground with your right hand or fingertips. Level out your two hips, stabilizing your lower back. And let your rib cage gently rotate as you might imagine breathing deeper into the back wall of your lungs. Even down into the kidneys, the area of your lowest back ribs. Tune into a few last breaths here. Then gradually lift your body up to all fours once again. And once there, walk your hands back and bring your legs out in front of you to sit. Now, as you're sitting with your legs in front, notice your spine's alignment. Does your back tend to round like this? If so, use your folded blanket or pillow or blocks to sit on. Elevate the pelvis, help your spine to be more uplifted, hip flexors to relax. Let's prepare for a seated spinal twist. Step your right foot in front of your right hip, bending the knee. Hold on to that knee and flex your left foot. Plug your two sitting bones downward. And then imagine breathing into the bottom of your spine, letting the breath rise up to your crown. Sitting tall, relax the shoulders. Backstroke your right arm, placing the fingertips behind your pelvis. Then exhale, rotate your chest to the right. Press down through both sitting bones, lift up again from the base of the spine. Imagine restacking each vertebrae. Exhale, twisting, relaxing the shoulders, chin parallel to the floor. As we continue for maybe 5 more breaths in this twist, you might opt to hook your left elbow outside your right thigh, just as long as you can do this with the shoulders relaxed, not adding more tension in the neck. On your next breath out, unwind your spine and slide your right leg forward. Step your left foot on the floor in front of your left hip. Hold on to the knee with both hands and flex your right foot. Plug your sitting bones down. Imagine breathing into the base of your spine and creating more space in between each vertebra as you lift the breath up to your crown. Backstroke the left arm and begin to twist to the left as you breathe out, just little by little. Firming down through the pelvis, lifting up through the back of the skull. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. Exhale as you allow your twist to deepen, relaxing the shoulders down. You might explore hooking right elbow outside left thigh, or maybe you don't need that. Just notice what your body is saying. Tune into a few more deep breaths. On your next breath out, unwind your spine. Place a strap near the back end of your mat. Have pillows, blanket, blocks within arm's reach when you lie down onto your back. Once you're lying on your back, bend your knees into your chest. Take hold of your bent knees with your hands and start to rotate your thighs in different directions. Follow the pace of your breath. Explore any direction, changing it up, just feeling the sensations around your femur heads, all around your hips. Slow breath in, just the slow breath out. A few more cycles. Now step your left foot on the floor, bring your right arm inside of your right thigh. Take hold of your outer right ankle or foot like you would for happy baby. Use your left hand to press down on the very top of your left thigh, near the hip bone, keeping the back of your left hip on the ground, and start to take your right leg only into happy baby by splaying the thigh towards the outside of your right shoulder, turning the sole of your right foot to face the sky, grounding both shoulders in your head. Now imagine breathing into your lower back wide across your sacrum for a few more breaths here. Now, you could also straighten your left leg onto the floor if that doesn't cause any strain. And if so, flex your left foot. Keep grounding the back of your left hip. From here, bring your right knee towards your chest and take the strap. Step the ball of your right foot into the strap. Kick into the strap with your right foot flexed while straightening your right leg up towards the ceiling. Give yourself enough slack in the strap so you can still relax the shoulders down, and hold both ends of the strap in your left hand. Now sickle your right foot that's in the strap. Turn the sole of that foot to face the left wall by just rotating at the ankle. Slide your pelvis maybe another 3 to 5 inches towards the right edge of your mat, and open your right arm out to your right side, grounding the shoulder, gaze past it. Now slowly begin to cross your right leg over your body to your left side, entering a supine spinal twist. As you're exploring the range of motion of your twist here, direct your right outer hip to tilt slightly forward towards the front edge of your mat. Still grounding the right shoulder for a few more deep breaths. There's an option to bend your left knee here and stretch your left quadricep by holding your left foot with your right hand, bringing that heel closer to your glutes. You might add that if it's doable without lifting the right shoulder off the ground. Last few breaths. Start to unravel from the twist. Bring your pelvis to the midline of your mat. Step both feet on the floor. As you come back to center, bend the left knee towards your chest. Bring your left arm inside of your left thigh. Take hold of your outer left ankle or foot like you're bringing left leg into happy baby only. Press your right hand into the top of your right thigh, grounding the back of your right hip. Lift the sole of your left foot towards the sky and begin splaying your left thigh open to the outside of your left shoulder. Counterbalance that shift in your weight with the back of the right hip rooting into the ground. Shoulders and head resting down too. If it's available, you might straighten your right leg forward too and flex your right foot. Tuning into a few last breaths here. Imagine breathing wide across your sacrum at your lower back. And anywhere else you feel your body speaking to you a little more. Now let's bring the left knee back towards your chest and step the ball of your left foot into the strap. Straighten the left leg and hold the strap in your right hand. Sickle your left foot from the ankle, turn the sole to face your right wall. Slide your pelvis closer to the left edge of your mat. Open your left arm wide on the ground, rooting that shoulder down, gaze past it. Slowly begin to cross your left leg over your body to your right side. Sensing the breath, slow and balanced. As you explore your range in this twist, and I forgot to mention why we have pillows and blankets here, you could also bring them underneath your inner left leg for support if you need, especially if you find that your left shoulder is rising away from the ground and you're rolling over. Now, if it's available here, you could bend your right knee and add that stretch for your right quadricep, taking hold of your right foot with your left hand, bringing that foot closer to your glutes as you reground your left shoulder. Direct your left outer hip to slightly tilt forward towards the front edge of your mat. Let's listen to several more deep breaths here. Start to unravel from your twist. This time drawing both bent knees towards your chest, maybe rocking in any direction. Let's take a supine version of frog pose. So first, keep your knees bent and try to bend them at right angles to stack right above your hips. Now flex your feet, that will help to stabilize your knees. Now as you keep the right angles in your knees, knees in line with hips, knees in line with ankles, start to splay your thighs open to as wide apart as you can. Still lengthen your lower back. If your lower back starts to lift off from the floor, slightly engage the belly and draw the tailbone forward. Now you can rest your arms on top of your inner thighs while still flexing your feet here. Let the shoulders relax. We're here for another 7 to 10 breaths. If you're feeling any discomfort, like I am in this moment, can you allow yourself to soften with each exhale? Now remember, discomfort is different from pain. We're never looking to feel pain in the practice. If you are, use your hands to support your outer thighs and maybe hold them up a little higher. Or you could use pillows under your outer thighs. Each exhalation, inviting some part of your body to soften. Last few breaths here. With your hands on your outer thighs, like you're closing a book, slowly draw your knees together again. Stretch out your toes from flexing your feet. Begin to gently rock forward and back, forward and back, until you can rise up to sit, stretching both legs straight in front of you. With your sitting bones down, let's prepare for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Now, as you're folding forward, you can either grab hold of the backs of your legs, clasp your big toes, or use a strap as an extension of your arms around the balls of your feet like this. Either way, flex your feet, sit up a little taller, relax your shoulders, breathe in, and then keep a little lift in your chest, open space at your throat as you hinge forward little by little from your hips. Slide your shoulder blades down the back and find a little lift in the sternum, keeping the throat open for a few more deep breaths here. Pressing down to your sitting bones, breathe in to slowly rise. Let's set up for Shavasana. Now you might like to have pillow under the backs of your knees or a block under each, depending on the size of your pillow, so that you can splay the feet apart wider than hips distance. You might even shake out the legs for a moment until they can just let them flop. For grounding support, you might use a folded blanket so it maintains its weight, its focused weight, as you place that over your pelvis and belly like this. If you have something to cover your eyes, that can help to relax the muscles in the face and just tune deeper inward. So use any of your props to support comfort and ease while you find a position to lie down in. You might turn your palms to face up, slightly down by your sides, helping to relax the shoulders. Close your eyes. Maybe allow one more deep breath in through the nose, holding it in for a few seconds before you exhale through the lips. Let go of controlling your breathing and allow yourself to sink deeper inward. Shavasana. As you rest here a little longer, keeping your eyes closed, notice the way your body feels now. Listen to your body and how it wants to begin moving to wake up. Taking it slowly, little by little. Eventually turn over onto your right side and rest your head for a few moments. As you're lying there, notice your breathing, just letting it be as it is. Through the breath, sense your energy. Does it feel any different since you arrived? Then carefully lift your body upright. Find a comfortable position to sit in for 5 minutes in meditation. Now, an insight meditation, also known as Vipassana meditation, quite similar to mindfulness meditation, we're resting our awareness on what you're sensing in the moment. However, in insight meditation, we're just allowing your attention to go with what arises internally, like a sensation in the body, a thought that may come up, an emotion you're sensing. Even when you're tuning into stimuli around you, such as movements or sounds, observing your attention go there. So it's a fluctuating focus that is non-judgmental. Imagine an attitude of curiosity, which is fully being present with whatever your attention goes to. Let's try that. You might close your eyes. You might place your hands in a mudra of stacking the palms to face up on the center of your lap with thumb tips touching. You might begin resting your awareness on the breath as you breathe naturally. Just feeling the sensations of the in and out breath. Now, unlike mindfulness meditation, when our attention goes astray and we bring it back to the breath, rather than bringing your attention back to the breath, just become aware of where your attention goes if it leaves the breath. Staying present with that. You might mentally and concisely label where your attention goes. For instance, tingle in the belly, dog whining, a worry, just to stay present as the observer and not get caught in what you're observing. Now, with whatever you're paying attention to in this moment, observe how you are relating to that. Insight meditation can really be telling of the habits of our mind. And it's really important that we practice observing with compassion to ourselves, not judging, but just observing kindly. Notice how you're feeling now mentally and emotionally, nearing the end of your practice. You might pause for a moment of gratitude, offering it to anything you choose. And then remember your intention, your bigger picture for showing up today. Remember to whom you may have dedicated today's practice. And together, let's join our voices to close, chanting Om 3 times, feeling the resonance that you are both giving and receiving. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.